Okay, so there I was, reading about how there's gonna be a 4th Zombies movie coming out on Disney Channel later this year, and as I sat there wondering when the Lord will finally take me, I thought back on how a long time ago I did a video about That's So Raven, but for some reason I still haven't done videos on any of the spin-off shows, and since there aren't really that many Disney Channel shows I haven't done yet, might as well lock in the rest of them, you know what I mean? So Cory In The House was a very short-lived show, running only 34 episodes over a year and a half, from 2007 to 2008. But before I talk about that show, I feel like I should maybe talk about the ending of That's So Raven. Like a lot of Disney Channel shows at the time, That's So Raven didn't really end as much as it just kind of like stopped. In the final episode of the final season, Cory's friend Cindy comes back after leaving the show to go to a different school, but things have kind of changed.
So, yeah, how's your new school?
It's a lot different from our elementary school.
Yeah, I miss nap time too.
Is your dad home?
No.
Good. Mind if I smoke?
Yeah, sometimes you got... What?
Just like, oh, hey there, friend I haven't seen in years. Mind if I totally ruin your living room? Oh yeah, also...
Tell me those are candy.
Cory, you're so cute.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Having a cigarette. Want one?
No, I don't want one, and you don't want one either.
Am I wrong for thinking this is kind of wild for Disney Channel? Like, there was an episode of Boy Meets World about Sean becoming an alcoholic that they never ever aired on Disney Channel when it was syndicated, but then we have like 14-year-olds smoking cigarettes? Like, pick a lane, Disney! Anyway, so Cory doesn't want Cindy to smoke because it's bad and gross, and for some reason, Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids have like rediscovered it like it's some kind of nostalgic lost media. Hey guys, I just discovered this cool old vintage hobby that I've been obsessed with lately. OMG, I'm like so glamorous right now.
Tell me those are candy.
Cory, you're so cute.
Yeah, what are you doing? Who are you? Look, if your parents ever found out...
Cory, please promise me you won't tell my parents or anyone else about this.
All right, I promise. But look, your smoking days, they're over.
Now, the catalyst for pushing things along in this episode is that Cory keeps putting off doing the laundry, even though Raven asks him like 400 times. But he just keeps like moving his clothes to different places in the house.
Cory, I'm home. I hope you got laundry. Lazy, non-working, good for nothing, cigarette smoking.
And so, understandably, Raven thinks that they belong to Cory, even though he says they don't. And like, I mean, come on, what kind of 14-year-old would ever tell a lie? You know what I'm saying?
What is this?
I don't know anything about it.
I found it in your shirt.
I was holding it for a friend.
I thought you said you didn't know anything about it.
That was before I knew you found it in my shirt.
Anyway, so Cory harumphs his way out of there, and that's when Raven has one of her visions.
It's a good thing Raven didn't find these.
I know those cigarettes are in here somewhere. My visions are never wrong.
But like, okay, so maybe the single cigarette wasn't Cory's, okay? But like, she knows that he's hiding a pack of them in his room somewhere, but also like, at this point, why would anyone even bother trying to hide anything from Raven? Because like, they all know that her superpower is taking whatever she sees and hears completely out of context to arrive at the worst possible conclusion. Basically, her superpower is just leaving YouTube comments. But whatever, anyway, so while Raven is doing that, Cory's other not bad influence friend comes over to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah, Larry. Did you get it?
Yeah, but...
Wait a second, isn't that the dude from Wizards of Waverly Place? He was in this show? Since when?
Drag Race 3000.
Man, look at that race car tearing up that track.
Wait, look at the car? It's tearing up the track? Look at the realistic graphics. Games will never look better than this. So they go upstairs to play this brand new high-octane HDR ray-traced video game, but Raven's already up there looking for what she saw in the vision.
What was that?
Maybe someone dropped a coconut.
Yeah.
Now, Cory and his friend decide to play the game over at the friend's house for some reason, and that's when Raven finds the cigarette pack that we know is Cindy's. And so, while Cory's away, Raven decides to call an intervention with all of like Cory's friends, and also Eddie and Chelsea are there, who, like, in case you're wondering, they've been doing literally nothing this entire episode except eating casserole. Yeah, just a whole lot of that. Anyway, so like I said, everyone's here for Cory.
Look, whatever. I have bigger problems.
What?
Ray! I don't have the problem, Chels. Cory is the one smoking.
Cory, are you sure?
Oh, what?
Cory's too smart to be smoking. man.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Oh, Eddie, let me tell you about the smartest kids you'll ever meet making the dumbest choices of all time. But so, when Cory comes back from his friend's house, Raven confronts him about what he's really been doing with his life.
Get him. What did I do?
You know what you did, Cory. The lying stops right now. Just wanted to talk to you about this disgusting smoking habit.
Listen, how many times have I told you? I do not smoke.
You know, can I just say, like, if Cory was smoking, you would definitely know, okay? Like I always love in movies and stuff when teens are like, oh no, quick, put it out before my dad sees us. As if everyone in like a 3-mile radius can't smell exactly what you're doing. Hey, Cory, have you been smoking? Well, that's crazy, how could you tell? But now, you see, as you may recall, Cory promised Cindy that he wouldn't tell anyone about her smoking, right? Because he's such a good friend.
You know what? I don't know anything about that. And you know why? Because I don't smoke.
Cindy? What? You need to talk to him.
Cory. I'm sorry.
We all are, Cory.
That is, of course, until the Juicer shows up, who's a new character just for season 4 of the show, who has this like weird superpower where he can like extract the juice from any object he squeezes. This is not a joke, by the way. This is actually the real thing he does in the show.
Now, your sister wanted me to make a little speech about how much you mean to me as a friend, but you're not really my friend. First step in solving any problem is admitting that you have a problem. For instance, I have a problem. I love kids' heads.
What? But of course, right before he turns Cory's head into Elmer's glue, Cindy finally steps forward and admits the truth.
Cory's telling the truth. I'm the one who's smoking.
Cindy, do not take the blame for Cory's problem.
No, it's true.
Oh, come on. I mean, are we supposed to believe that sweet little innocent Cindy here is the one smoking?
Oh, if you only knew the things girls get up to, Eddie. The sweetest, most innocent girl you'll ever see has about 4,000 hours clocked in just the most disgusting, horrifying fanfics of all time, okay? Cigarettes is just the tip of the iceberg. And so, in the end, everyone apologizes to Cory, and Cindy says that she's gonna quit smoking because it's just that easy. And the juicer destroys the pack of cigarettes in a fit of rage.
Be my guest.
Yeah.
So, like, was she just smoking motor oil? And that is the end of That's So Raven. Like I said, very unceremonious. There was originally gonna be like a sequel series about Raven in college, but she turned it down at the time. So Disney reworked the show to be about Cory and gave us the greatest anime of all time, Cory in the House. Which, may I say, is pretty much impossible to find online now. Like, it's not on Disney Plus, it's not on YouTube TV, even though they say it is. It's not even on Crunchyroll. The reason for this, shocking plot twist, is that in 2021, Kyle Massey was charged with immoral communication with a minor, and so Disney just like wiped out the entire Cory in the House show. But not That's So Raven though, weirdly enough. But hey, don't worry, Kyle, you can always make it as a Minecraft YouTuber. You know, Disney also did the same thing with Andy Mack, where like the dad actor was charged with a similar crime, and so every episode that he's in has just been completely erased from Disney Plus. But all the same, finally, let's talk about the absolute fever dream of a show that was Cory in the House. So Cory in the House starts off with Cory and the dad moving into the White House, where they live now, because the dad got a job as the new White House chef.
Ooh-wee! Man, the president hooked us up. This place is tight.
It's our new home, son. We're living in the White House.
I know.
Man, the timing on this show was crazy, because like if they just made it 1 year later, this could have been like a whole live-action Proud Family show. Anyway, so right away, Cory's dad is tasked with making an ice cream sundae for the president's daughter.
Okay, I need ice cream, walnuts, and I need cherries. Where are the cherries?
Chef Victor!
No.
I need to know your status.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you asked. I just feel like no one talks about Beyblades anymore. But then we meet said president's daughter, who's about what you'd expect, I guess.
I like tea parties, dress up, and playing with my dollies.
I like video games, basketball, playing the drums.
No, you like tea parties, dress up, and playing with my dollies.
Wow, what are the chances? This girl's just basically all my exes rolled into one. I mean, personality-wise. No, stop, no. Yeah, so like, maybe vaccines really are made by Satan. I don't know, I'm just asking questions. Anyway, so the show goes on. We see Cory at his new school, which is this like rich hoity-toity prep school where all the world's diplomats' kids attend. Like this girl.
Pictures, a little hand lotion.
Well, if you look in the back, I think there's some lip gloss.
I don't really like lip gloss, you know, it makes... Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, Disney. No. Hey, you're kind of tan, right? Okay, cool. You're like vaguely Middle Eastern now. Good luck. This actress is actually half Brazilian, but hey, close enough, am I right? So this is Mina, who Cory takes one look at, and he's just like, if you can believe that.
My father makes me wear this stuff. He's the ambassador from Bahavia, and if he ever found out about this, I would be so grounded. Then I couldn't ride my horses.
Code red, run for your life, Cory. It's an ambush, code red. Now, Cory doesn't want Mina to think that he's lame, so she's like, I love horses. And then Cory's like, well, lucky for you, I like the life experience and self-respect to walk away from this conversation.
Sun in my face, the wind in my hair. Cory, do you ride?
Uh-huh.
What kind of horses do you have?
The running kind, jumping kind.
You and I are going to get along great!
I gotta say though, a half Brazilian fake Middle Eastern horse girl, like, my dude, you just found the most insane Venn diagram of all time. So then we meet a bunch of other kids in this school, like Newt, who comes in on a helicopter, because of course he does.
Man, that helicopter's gonna land right on us. Run for your lives!
Oh, that was awesome.
And then there's Jason. Oh my goodness, hold on a sec. Is that Matt from Lizzie McGuire? The heck even is this show? But now, while Mina and Newt are good friends, Jason has a crush on Mina, and I'm kind of starting to get the impression that it might be one-sided.
Almost like you were trying to avoid me.
No, of course not, Jason.
Cory Baxter.
How you know my name, bruh?
Simple face recognition technology, it's standard issue.
Yeah, okay, that's just a BlackBerry. You can't fool me, Disney Channel. You ain't slick.
His father runs the CIA.
So, Mina, how would you like to come over tonight? I've got some satellite photos of your family vacation.
Well, hey, you've come this far, Jason. Don't give up now. Just keep annoying her until either she gives you a chance or you single-handedly keep her therapist employed for a long time. But okay, so remember back about 15 seconds ago when Cory said that he loves horses too? Well, it turns out there's some kind of horse party coming up. Lord knows what the heck that means. And Mina really wants Cory to go.
I bet you've won a lot of trophies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big old fat ones. You know, they even gave me a trophy for having the most trophies.
So you gonna roll with us or what?
Come on, I promise we'll have fun.
Okay, Cory, this is your chance. Whatever you do, don't say okay in a really weird, cringy voice.
Okay.
What did I just say, Cory? But okay, so now Cory has to lie about his real relationship with horses. What? So he employs the help of a certain snotty president's daughter who may or may not be an expert on the subject.
America's angel. You wouldn't happen to have a computer upstairs, would you?
I do. We can play computer games. I have digital doll party.
Yo, she's got digital doll party. Yo.
Oh, yo, I had that one too. It was pretty good, okay, but it's nowhere close to Detective Barbie Mystery of the Carnival Caper, software for girls.
Okay, Becky, let's go over the facts. Wait a second, Barbie. Let's start at the beginning.
No, Becky, no, that gave you too much Botox again.
Ken is the chairman of the charity carnival this year. Everyone thought it would be fun if he volunteered to go on stage for the magician's practice show.
Ken, what happened? Ken, I told you not to go through with the Matt Rife chin surgery.
The magician sealed him in her mystical chamber, waved her hands around, and opened the box. The magician couldn't bring him back. The police have been looking frantically, but no one has a clue where Ken might be.
All right, Barbie, come on. Ken's life is on the line. No time to lose. Let's solve this mystery. Everything back in the 90s was so much better. But okay, so the president's daughter says that she'll help Cory if he helps her with something in the Oval Office. Now, turns out this is a trick, and Cory is stuck in the office hiding from the president himself, because if he gets caught, then, like, who knows what's gonna happen.
There he goes, his favorite spot. He is so affectionate. He could lick my hand all day.
No, Disney Channel. No, we're not gonna, it's just not. This was a real show, by the way. Anyway, so Cory ends up going to the horse party, but Jason over here kind of already knows that Cory's lying because his BlackBerry told him so. So he kind of forces Cory to get on the horse, and then we get just the most like unsettling, bizarre scene.
Stop! Back, horsey!
Daddy! Like, I swear I didn't edit this at all, okay? This is just like how it is. This is like the kind of dream you have when you eat like an entire block of cheese before bed. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But so the truth comes out and Cory apologizes for lying, and then now they're all friends or whatever.
Aw, come here.
Ow! What was that for?
Cause you're a yak butt. I mean, did you think that we care about that stuff?
Yes. You don't?
We just thought you were cool.
I'm sorry, you talked to this kid for like 8 seconds. What about him seemed cool exactly? Now, normally I would talk about how the show ended, but Cory in the House was canceled in 2008 for 2 big reasons. In the book Disney High, the untold story of the rise and fall of Disney Channel's tween empire, it talks about how while filming an episode of season 2, Kyle Massey did his own stunt of like jumping out of this like boat or whatever, and he bounced off the floor mat and hit his head on the concrete, which shut down production for a while. And then later on, there was the writer's strike of 2008, which postponed all production on everything for about 3 months. And so by that point, Disney just like shut down the entire show. The final episode they produced was just like Mina breaking up with her boyfriend, and then she writes some like angry girl music or whatever. Now, by this point, her dad had become a semi-main character of the show.
Frischka! Daddy's hot wings are here.
So you have a spin-off show that was supposed to be completely different. The main star getting a concussion, the writer's strike getting the show completely canceled, and then the main star creeps on a 13-year-old, and now Disney just pretends like none of this ever happened. And even then, the show itself is about Cory sucking on the president's fingers and defeating Russia in Dance Dance Revolution. Oh, and also a heck of a lot of this.
The wings are here, the wings are here.
I'm still not totally convinced that I didn't just make this entire show up, honestly. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.